Hi everyone. Today our topic is how to use Apache Jmeter dashboard report. Okay, the Jmeter dashboard report, how to use, that is only our topic today. Okay, first of all I need to go to the E folder. You can go to directly HTML report. You need to open the in HTML report. Okay, this is the guys Apache Jmeter dashboard report. Okay, this is the main dashboard report will be generated in GUI mode or non-GUI mode. Both will be generated. There is not required for any another additional data. You have a test data and there is some commands is available. My next video I will post it that one also. Okay, this video main concept is how to use. Okay, this test report you need to prepare to the your final report and send to the client. Na? What are the metrics you need to take into the client's point of view? First of all, in JMeter will provided the excellent reporting format in nowadays, and this version is the 5.4 in JMeter, and every element everything is important, but based on your requirement, what are the details and client what is expecting from your end, that based you need to customize your report, and what are the details you required you need to take in, remaining one you need to leave it. Okay, first of all, test report information. First of all, which database do you need to generate this report? Distributed load test.csv. This is the test data, means this file I need to execute the test in load test and you need to generate it, this report. Okay, and what time, what is the date, what is the time will be generated. Okay, the test report start time and end time will be provided. This is the request summary, pass and fail. It's a pass is totally 100%, there is no any fail. Okay, this is the app desk. It's a international company, app desk. It's provided the performance indexes, means baseline and threshold details. All the performance related details will provided the app desk organization only. That based only any software tools or everything will follow based on the app desk formulas only based. You need to generate these reports also, and the calculation everything is backend is going on only that formulas based only. Example, this is the you can see app desk and toleration threshold and frustration threshold and label will be provided. This one means this all the first of all in label side, this is everything is a transactions. I'm user running the test in JPEG store application. It's a demo test. Okay, this is the project code I will provided. This is the application name and transaction name and count will be provided. Okay, these are the transactions. And toleration threshold and frustration threshold, it's a simple words, it's a minimum threshold point of view, it's a minimum, it's a maximum response time. Minimum is it's a milliseconds. Okay, that reason a 0.5 second, everything is 0.5 only. It's totally 1.5 second will be response time, is everything is good only, but based on your SLA. Okay, client point of view, your application, what is the SLA will be provided. Okay, the SLA based you need to calculate and you need to check this one. It's a 1.5 seconds, everyone, it's a very good, it's a good response based on your client requirement. I'm not sure about. Okay, your client, how many seconds you need to provide it, it's a threshold, that based you need to check, it's a pass or fail you need to condition. This is the app desk response. Okay, this is also milliseconds only, it's a totally 0.912. It's a round figure, it's a 1 second you need to calculate. It's a app desk means is one type of average. Okay, you can calculate for 1 second. Okay, 1 second means it's good only, there is no nothing else. Okay, this is the first one. After moving to the statistics, statistics means first of all request, Request means it's a labels will be provided. Everything is their transactions. Okay, transactions will be provided. After execution first of all samples, fails, error. Sampler means it's a request or a transaction count. Each transaction, what is the count? How many requests will be sent in, or what is the transactions will be done? This many transactions will be done, and total how much will provided. Fail, there is no fail, and error percentage, there is no error percentage. But client's point of view, in sampler request total, he will provide it based on the your distribute the load, and based on how much duration will be executed. This many transactions only I need to done from specific duration. Okay, that based only you need to mention to your phasing, thing time details, all the things. Afterward you need to run the test. This is one type of requirement. Fail or error percentage will provided the SLA will be provided, how much of percentage of errors will be accepted. And one more important thing, the fail or error percentage not for the script side there is no any issue, only server side only issues only will be accepted. That time only the test is passed. Any script side issues, you need to debug that issues and you need to solve that one. Okay, that is your job. Okay, not for the client side. Before moving to the test to the client point, in front of the client system, everything before you need to clearly need to check all the things what will be happen your test. Okay, that based on only you need to send the reports. Okay, after response time, it's a very important point. In response time, average, minimum, max, median, 90 percentile, 95th percentile, 99 percentile response time will be provided based on the transactions. This is the average, it's everything is milliseconds. 0.3, 0.2, it's everything is good response. Minimum also good, but maximum it's a 5000. 1000 milliseconds is 1 second. 5127 means it's a total 5 seconds. It's not acceptable 5 seconds. It's a web-based application. Remaining everything 1 point and 2 below only. But most of the time, the accepted the maximum response time 3 seconds below only, not for the more than. But that is based on client requirement. Some little bit changes also is available. Okay, after median it's a commonly will became. Okay, it's not using most of the people. And 90 percentile, 95th, 99, but mostly taken 95th percentile only will be taken. 95th percentile means the total execution of test, 95% of response is good, remaining 5 is higher response time. You need to remove the that 5 higher response time. 95% of response time will be calculated. That is the 95 percentile. Okay, the 95 percentile point of view, everything response is good only, there is no anything else. Okay, total 1000, 1.7 only, it's below 3 seconds, it's acceptable only. And throughput means this is the output will be expected. Okay, that is throughput is will be calculated transaction per hour, transaction per minute, transaction per second. That is case to case, it's a lot of difference. Okay, there are so many formulas also that based you need to calculate this one, transaction per second. A total 16.07, it's a very low level output will be came, but most of the time you need to expecting very higher level. You need to drill down these issues. What is the reasons you need to, a server is not able to provide the more throughput. Okay, you need to drill down that one. And the network side, KB per second. Okay, you will provide the KBs only. Example, this is a very small test, 20 minutes only. That reason the response of the sent and received data, it's a very low level. You need to increase it now, it's a very huge data will become. That time, based on client requirement, you need to convert the, you can send it to the KB per second or MB per second or GB per second also you need to send. But most of the time, MB per second, it's a lost. Okay, it's a very higher level. It's an example, something data will become received at a 5 lakhs KBs. that type of time you need to convert to the MB. MB means you can see there is some particular values and what is the 1 KB, 1 MB, 1 GB. These details you need to analyze first of all. How much KB is 1 MB, how many MB is in 1 GB. This based you need to calculate that one and you need to provide it. Otherwise, some online calculators also available. You need to use and you need to convert and you need to provide them. Okay, but this response is good only. There is no very any higher values. Okay. After errors, there is no errors. On top 5 error samplers, this is total samplers only. There is no errors. Okay, dashboard point of view, it's a nothing else anything. Moving to the charts. First of all, you need to check to the overtime. Same file name and starting ending time and date. It's a response time over time graph. Okay, you can see average response time in milliseconds and elapsed time will be provided. Okay, based on this is the response time, but this is the duration based. Each transaction, what is the level you need to gain. Example, you can see this is the higher response time. Jmeter store catalog, the response time 1258 milliseconds means 1.2 seconds. It is the higher response time, but this is also below the threshold only. Okay, it's a good response only. And a response time percentage over time, successful response only. Okay, this is everything response time, elapsed time. You can see total response time was 5127 means it's a 5.1 second. Okay, it's some higher level, but some situations, some based on applications, the 5 seconds also will accept it only. Okay, based on your user level using to your application. Okay, average threads over time. A total 30 users will be executed. It's not running to the proper way. That reason only it's not available. Directly all the users will start in 24 and total 30 users will be ramp up and you need to run and ramp down. Okay, it's a demo test. This is the mission. I'm using only single mission only. Bytes throughout, bytes throughput over time. Okay, the byte per second, elapsed time. It's a total time. Okay, you know now what is the elapsed time. The total ramp up, duration, ramp down, total time is the elapsed time. Okay, bytes sent per second. Sending is very low level only, but bytes received per second is it's a very higher level. Okay, based on you can graph, you need to see. Latency is very important. You know now latencies. You need to send the request to server. The request you need to process it to the in server, and server will send back to the response to the client. The first request you need to receive to the client, that is the latency over time or latency time. You need to check it's totally 1.2 seconds. It's an acceptable response only. Okay, connect time over time. It's a connection everything. It's okay. Average connection time. Connection time also 900 0.9. It's total average 1 second. Okay, it's also acceptable only. There is no any failures. Okay, actually this test everything it's a pass only. I don't have any report you need to fail report. Okay, otherwise I will show you what are the things you need to take into the failure time also. Okay, but what are the graphs, what are the details, what are the futures is available, that one I will show you in Jmeter report. But you need to understand one major point. Based on your requirement, client, what you're expecting from your end. You are a performance tester or a performance test engineer. Okay, that based you need to customize this one. Customize means that graphs you need to take in and you need to show to the client side. This is the way I need to run the test. This is the output will become. These are the reasons the target is not able to reach. The target is able to reach now. It's no issue. It's not reached. You will show them. why it's not reached the you're expecting SLA or something. Okay, but first of all you need to understand what are the future JMeter will provided. Okay, some JMeter or a performance proposals also will be came. That time also it's a very important. Okay, you know all the features, what are the features is available in JMeter. That features based you need to expose us to the in performance test report. Okay, as soon as possible you need to help to the your performance clients. Okay, that's all. After hit per second, hit per second graph means it's a number of hit per second, and this is the duration. Hits means there is no, I did not provide any ramp up, that is only suddenly all users you need to hit it and you need to running the test na? The hit per second based on the duration will be slowly will be down the graph. Okay, after code per second, code per second also means it's a status codes 200 and 302. 302 it's a very less, but 200 successful rate only very high level. 302, 200 means it's a success and 302 means it's a redirection message. This one also some situations you need to accept it, but some situations it's a failure message. Okay, after transaction per second, transaction number of transactions and duration. Number of transactions means it's a very high 3.7 transaction per second. It's one type of throughput. Okay, most of the transactions this is the wave only you need to go, but 3.7 transaction per second means it's a TPS, we'll call it TPS, transaction per second. 3.6 transaction per second, 1 second 3.6 transactions will be done, means it's overall 4 transactions will be done. It's a total transactions, transaction success and transaction failure. There is no failure guys, it's everything is pass only. 31 transaction per second, it's a passed transactions, it's a very good. And the response time versus request, response time versus request is good, but it's not understandable. Okay, this report you can, no problem, you need to leave it. Latency versus request also same time. Okay, you need to, the test is passed no? That reason only you not you will come this way. The test is failure no? That time you will get some red color or orange or some other colors will be denoted. That time you are able to easily understand. Okay, after final one it's a response time percentiles. You can see the response time percentile means uh, just a minute, it's a 10 20 30 40 50 total 90 100 now you can see totally 97 95, 95% of response is 605 milliseconds means 0.6 seconds. You can moving to you can move to the total 100 level, total 5127, but based on your requirement 5 seconds also will be accepted. Okay, based on your client, some clients will accept only 3 seconds, not more than, or web cloud mobile applications. Okay, that is based on your requirement you need to provide it. Example, 3 seconds only your maximum response time you need to accept it. Above it's not accepted means 5.1 milliseconds means 5.1 second means it's a fail only. That reason you need to never take 100%, you need to take 95 only that time. Okay, that based you need to calculate the your performance report, that is the 95 percentile. Response time over, you can see request less than equal to 500 milliseconds, 0.5 seconds, it's a very higher level success rate. Greater than 500 and greater than 0.5, less than equal to 1.5 seconds, this is the range. Greater than 1.5 it's a very less, and errors there is no errors. Okay, time versus thread. Okay, average response time. This is the average response time. Number of active threads. The active threads total 30, but average response time some little bit higher level. You can see total the average response time was 1040, means 1 second. This based 1 second is acceptable only. Okay, actually this test there is no any errors. That reason only the report is came very quite simple. But not all these situations the test is failed, very higher number of users will be executed. That time the report is different way you need to came. That time only we able to understand. Okay, after response time distribution, number of responses, response time in milliseconds. This is the response time in milliseconds. But the overall you can see 0.500 milliseconds means 0.5 seconds. You can see everything in 0.5 seconds level only. It's a total round figure in below 1 second only. 1 second only all the transactions will be done, and 1.5 seconds also accept, 2 seconds also accept, until 3 seconds also majorly in web applications will accepted only response, but everything is done under 1 second. It's a very good response, the test is passed. Okay, yeah, that's all guys, this report. Okay, it's a custom graphs. You need to prepare anything custom reports. You need to write the Java code and you need to add it to the reports based on your query. That one will become to the custom graphs. You need to create that self. Okay, yeah, that's all guys, this video. Just I will show you what are the features and what are the graphs is available in Jmeter. That is only our initial intention to this report. But based on your requirement, you need to change that one. Okay, what are the graphs you required? You need to change it. But most of the time, the clients what is expecting, it's a simple way. How many user load you need to execute it, and what is the throughput will be gained. That based you need to prepare one table format. You need to create them. Once you need to create the same table format, you need to convert it to the through Excel. You need to convert it to the X and Y axis graph. Okay, this many user load we need to use. What is the throughput will become? How much throughput? Okay, that based you need to pivot tables user to. You need to convert the graphs in charts or bar charts. That based you need to create it. Clients will easily need to understand. That based only you need to prepare your reports and present it to the clients. Okay, means some situations clients you know everything in performance. That time you don't have any problem. You can technically only you need to show the reports also, the people will be understand. But some situations clients you don't know anything about performance, is the first time you will doing the performance testing. Otherwise the team everything is non-technical. It's a higher level management or marketing team or any some other teams will become that time you need to show the reports very graphical representation and easily understanding. You need to explain all the details, how the way you need to, what is your objective of test, how they executing the test, what is the expecting, but what is the actually you need to keep. Okay, that's all guys, this video. Our main goal is how to use Apache Jmeter dashboard report. I will show you now. These are the features available, but based on your requirement, you need to customize and you need to use yourself. Okay. Yeah, that's all guys, this video. I will connect to the my next video. Thank you very much for everyone.